for the Celtics return. We already outlined kind of the pros and cons, so I don't want to rehash things we've already talked about. But bigger picture, is there one overwhelming concern for you that's not the defense? I think for everybody, it's the defense. Beyond the defense, is there that one big concern?
We sort of mentioned
conversely, if you'd prefer, the big thing that you feel great about. You can go on either side of the spectrum.
Well, there's two things, and they're kind of related. What happens to the Celtics when things go stagnant, I think, is a problem. Now, Hayward has, I think, been underratedly great this entire run. And I think, we've mentioned it maybe in passing, but I want to give him some serious props because he looks tremendous. But what this team...
Probably the mustache.
It is definitely the mustache. I 100% agree with that. It's the power of the
that mustache.
No way. That's beautiful. He looks like, I made the joke the other day, he looks like a real life Luigi. It's fantastic.
He really does.
He really does. Especially when they're in green. It really throws me off. But offensively, this team sometimes, like Tatum had the rough night in Milwaukee, but he's been fantastic since. Jaylen Brown's been unbelievable, and Kemba in very limited minutes. I think the offensive flow problem they have will be alleviated with giving Kemba more minutes. And Brad finding the best way to stagger the four guys. Because I talked about this on a different radio show, that Boston has four guys that are going to score.
You do other radio shows?
Oh, I do. There's going to be – I know. You wouldn't know about that. You have four guys that are going to count for every night, probably somewhere between 80 and 90 points, right? Somewhere between there. Between Hayward, Brown, Kemba, Tatum – somewhere between 80 and 90. Could be even more than that, depending the night. Maybe it's a good night. Maybe it's 100. Who knows? But you're going to have, four guys who count for the majority of the offense. Brad Stevens has to find a way between Daniel Tice, Marcus Smart, and then any other combination of bench guys that he throws out there. They got to come up with a way to score 30 points. 30 points. Because if you score 90, 120, should win you most games. The defense has been great in the bubble, so I think $120 should probably get you wins on most nights. Finding the right combination of guys to get that is going to be huge. Now, Smart, pen of the night can be really hot or really cold. He's going to make winning plays either way. Tice, sets great screens, a great sealer, plays good defense, positionally, guards up and down, but not a guy who's going to score a whole lot. And then you have the mixed things off the bench between, Brad Wanamaker and Romeo Langford, and whether it's Daniel Tice or Rob Williams, and then we'll see if Grant Williams goes into play. They got to find the right combination of guys to come up with 30 points a game between six guys, right? So, or let's call it, because it's going to be an 8-man rotation, four guys. So they got to find a way to score 30 points with four guys. Now, what is helpful with Boston is they have different guys to facilitate. They have a Kemba, they have a Hayward, they have a Smart. Those three and Tatum do primarily, the ball handling. Having those guys set up their teammates is going to be huge. And I think Smart has done a great job the first couple of games of dictating who gets the shot when. Like, okay, Tatum's hot, give him the ball. Tatum's cold, find somebody else, give him the ball. He does a great job. Like if Cantor's been doing great on the defensive boards, offensive boards. Next time down, get Cantor a touch early, see if he can go to work and see what he can do. Or, Jalen's hot. All right, give him the ball, clear out, everybody move out. So they got to find some things. I am encouraged by a lot of stuff, but the offensive lapses they have, which could be cured by playing Kemba Walker more, are concerning, especially against a team like Toronto, who you're going to have to go through to get to Milwaukee, who's another legendary defensive team and has length all over the floor.